backstage for 100 Monkeys interview, and they're coming like right now, so I'm gonna get out of the way. But yeah, 100 Monkeys.
100 Monkeys. We are going across on this tour of North America, supporting our album Liquid Soup. And this is one of our first singles off this album, Little Bitty, called Wandering Mind.
You met at high school, like in an art school, right?
That's correct. Yeah, Ben, and myself, we all met at Interlochen Arts Academy. It's quite some time ago.
And then from there,
Back in the '60s.
Yeah, back in the day, man.
Back in the day.
'60s.
back in the 60s. So from there, you two moved to California, correct?
Yeah, it was the summer that I moved out. Jay'd been in California for several years. And I moved out to join him there, and Jared was living just around the corner. So we would play music frequently, and Ben flew out from Philadelphia to record what became Monster Deluxe. And at the same time, we were in the movie Days with Lawrence, and that's when it all came together down there at the Jazz Rhythm studio.
And then he hooked you up with the studio, right?
Yep.
You did?
Larry's studio, Jazz Rhythm's.
So that's your studio? Very cool.
That's where we recorded our first batch of singles.
And then your album, your first album, did you record some of that at that location as well, or was that done?
No, Monster Deluxe was all done in the living room at 513 North Spalding in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Go bug the people that live there.
Yeah. Over there, our excellent landlord will be very happy.
Yeah.
So you guys are all in some kind of profession in the industry, like acting, producing, or whatever. So how does it work working in 100 Monkeys with that?
Well, I think 100 Monkeys is part of the entertainment industry.
Oh, yes.
I mean, music is also part of the business there.
On top of the other stuff that you have going, though.
Well, I think it's nice. Jared and I just produced a film called Girlfriend, which 100 Monkeys did the original score for, which was really exciting. Actually, that movie has a July 15th release date in New York.
For a week at the Quad Cinema, and then depending on how it does, it'll stay there or expand, or will come out on DVD, VOD, all the new things that you can watch a movie on.
Yeah, it's kind of a new media piece, and then we're working on another score for a film. I can't really say what it is right now, but we're pretty much done with it, and we're just kind of waiting on the contracts to be signed, and then we can kind of start promoting that and talking about that. But it's just one of the many aspects of the things we do. You know, I mean, we all switch instruments. You know, we all have different kind of little advents of the entertainment industry that we love to explore.
Oh, with the concept of switching around instruments and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't really a concept. We just kind of did it.
Yeah.
We just liked switching instruments and playing everything. You know, all the instruments would be there in one room, and you know, you're playing one thing, and then someone goes to get a drink, and then you go play that thing, and yeah, you know, exactly. And just kind of switching it around.
Musical chairs with instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting earlier today. You guys did it between each song. I was like, what?
What you see tonight, it's going to be even more.
Yeah, I mean, Highway, that's when you guys write a lot of this music, just come up with it while you're in the car? Is that how it works?
That was what was happening before Monster Deluxe happened.
That was BJ Special Bus.
When that was, on the highways and byways of Los Angeles, which do not move very quickly. So you have plenty of time to sit in the car and work on making something creative, anything but just sitting there, I think.
Yeah, playing a little ukulele while driving. Sounds dangerous, except in Los Angeles, because when driving is actually like basically like, kind of like a parking lot. You're just kind of sitting there and you're like, yeah, I'll be there in about 2 hours. It's like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, I could see your place, but you know.
So just kind of like a way to kill time on the highway.
Well, I mean, it was more than that though. I mean, it was just fun. I mean, a lot of times, like if Ben had to go somewhere and I wasn't doing anything, I'd jump in the car and just ride along. You know, just like hanging out with your friends. And I think that's really just how it kind of developed. We love playing music, and playing music's just more fun when you're playing it with people.
When it comes to your music, like what drives your music?
Something different every time.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
I mean, really, I think the most obvious thing that's driving our music is emotion, and story and character, and there are all these things within the actual technical music, you know, the right and wrong notes, the rhythm being where it needs to be, and it's conveying that emotion, putting people, being able to show them the picture that's in our head and that we're seeing, and kind of bring them to that world. It's, I think generally, you know, what we're trying to do when we're playing a song for someone.
Can you tell me a little bit about Every Monkey Dookies?
It makes us smile.
It makes me smile. I'm very fascinated by this book.
Well, thank you. Well, Mr. Anderson here did all the illustrations. He's quite the cartoonist.
I don't know why I can just draw cartoons.
He's really good at it. He didn't go to a professional cartoon drawing school or anything.
No animation school for you?
Actually, my dad and grandfather draw cartoons in a similar style. It's just genetic.
Nice.
Not dookie cartoons, but
It's drawing poop grease heavy and Jared's.
You're very good at drawing.
thanks.
Well, it's. I think the kind of concept came up. We were in Baton Rouge for a while this year, finishing up our album Liquid Zoo, and about a year ago or 2 years ago, we came up with this great April Fool's joke, because you know we like playing with our audience, and we released a swimsuit calendar. And we told everybody we're doing a 100 Monkeys swimsuit calendar, and they're all like, "Really?" Yeah, we were like, "Yeah, of course we're gonna do a swimsuit calendar. Why not?" And we put out the cover of it, which was just our logo, you know, kind of like looked like a Playboy calendar almost. And then when everybody bought it, they opened it up, and there we were, in full suits, in the water, just in swimsuit calendar poses, you know. And so like that was just you know, like an April Fool's joke. We released the album on April 1st. Or released the calendar on April 1st, and then we were trying to come up with another concept, so we told everybody we wrote a literary work of genius. We were going to call it Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius, but Dave Eggers already took it, so so we just kind of didn't tell anybody the title of the book. And when they asked why we couldn't say the title, we'd be like, "Oh, because we're on the waiting list for Oprah Winfrey's Book of the Month."
Still could happen.
Except her show kind of ended, but you know. I guess she's got that channel now.
Yeah.
We'll be on
On
that
the
channel.
network.
But yeah, that was we just like playing with our audience and having fun with our fans.
It's very fun. You guys are very interactive. It's crazy. You always do meet and greets and have like a little something for your fans going on.
Majority, I think so. I mean, the last couple tours we did, we were really figuring it out as we went around the country. There's a lot of times where people would probably not want to meet and greet us. The level of smelliness and disheveledness that was us, like literally like falling out of vans, and we were sleeping in vans. We were sleeping in the slimiest, sleaziest hotels. We were sleeping in hotels that had no heat in the dead of winter, and you know, freezing and,
Yeah.
and like sweating. It was some craziness, you know. We like kind of put ourselves to the ringer there.
Ben took a shower once and got out and was like, "For some reason I feel dirtier." One of these seedy places.
There's a couple moments like that. We're like, I really want to shower, but that shower is so nasty looking. I don't know. Stay at a couple roach motels.
Yeah, we've always tried to do as much as we can, and now as we've been growing over the years, we've come to a point where we really can do a lot. In most shows, we can meet a large percentage of the audience and see people, and it's really important to us.
Do you guys always tour by bus?
This is our second tour by bus. We've toured in a fleet of Priuses. We've toured in a van and trailer. We've toured in a SUV and trailer. We've toured
The Scion.
The Scion.
in the Scion.
Wow.
A multitude of vehicles.
So, do you like touring by bus?
It's much different. Honestly, when you're a band out on the road by yourself with no one helping you sell merch, or maybe you have one person there helping you sell merch and one person there running sound, and everyone works through the night, and then you have to do an 8-hour drive to get to another city, you really are risking your life and the lives of everyone else around you and on the road. And it's crazy the things that people will do for their art. That's just the position that a starting band is in. You have to tour the country. You have to go play these cities, and you have to do it in a timely fashion, or you'll run out of money and starve to death. So it's just one of the phases. So if you're in your local town and a band comes through and they're in a van and trailer, and you give them a bag of peanuts or a T-shirt or a hug and a thank you, that's what's keeping them going. It's really, really
Part about being on the road.
Yeah, man, meeting new bands, meeting the fans, getting to see a little bit of each city, I mean, one of the most amazing things to me about, I've traveled quite a bit as a kid, and, the U.S. is so diverse. People look at, like us as just like one big kind of generic country, and it's not. You travel just as far from California to Arizona, and it's a huge difference. Like Seattle, is a much different city than Tulsa. I mean, the accents, the food, the personalities, everybody's different, and it's really cool to get to see that. It's like Europe. People are like, oh, there's different countries. It's like, yeah, we're basically a bunch of different countries within our states, but we're united. And that, to me, is makes me proud to be an American. And getting a chance to travel around America, getting to see my fellow Americans is really exciting.
I've always said I'm more shell-shocked when I go 4 hours south and it's completely different from where I'm from.
It's like that all over the place. I mean, and we're from all over. We have a very diverse backgrounds musically and just location-wise, and the way we were brought up, the years we were brought up, and it's really fun to have a group of guys that are so different coming together for the same purpose. To rock. Sorry, I just didn't want to leave that on a really serious note there. I was getting a little too serious.
A little too serious.
I'll tell you a joke about a rope, but we don't have much time. Let's skip it. Skip the rope joke. No.
I get it. But for this tour, you guys are doing a U.S. tour and then a European tour? Is that right?
That's right. Those are the dates that have been released so far. Hopefully we'll be adding more.
Have you guys ever been to Europe for shows?
No, 100 Monkeys has never played outside of North America.
So you guys excited about that?
Yes, we're very excited. And we feel our fans over there are very excited too, so we can't wait to connect.
Very cool. And then my other question is, how does it feel having your album out, yesterday?
Well, it came out yesterday. It debuted in the top 50 on iTunes, which
Nice.
was really big for us. And I guess we'll just see how it does and what people do with it.
How does it feel to have it out?
Oh, it's great. I mean, that was a long process of waiting to release the album. We really wanted to try and get it out there as much as possible, and setting up the tour and everything. We actually had to push the album back. The album's release, we pushed it back by 2 months. Maybe more.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, but we wanted to be able to, tour the country. We wanted to see everybody. We wanted to be able to put the album out in a fashion that those who've been waiting for it would be able to access it the best possible way. And so, yeah, we pushed it back, but, so now to finally have it released is just, it's so incredible. And we've already written, a whole bunch of new songs, too. So it's kind of like, oh, crap, this one's released, so I guess we gotta start recording the next one. But which is great. The Bens do amazing, audio setup stuff, and they set up a studio in the back of our bus, so we might be able to release some music along the road.
Oh, wow, very cool.
Some grass, life,
Wednesday? Let's see.
You did it! Well done,
No better day than today, right?
I'll never know what day of the week it is. But I'll trust you when you tell me that the day hasn't ended. It's a Wednesday. One day I will talk to you. I'll work and no pay. It's Jack on Monday. Tuesday. And my